I do not like your shit tests. I will not live with you in a box. Not in a box, not with a fox. Not without a house, not with a mouse. I would not eat your shit test. I would not eat them here or there. I will not eat your shit test anywhere. I would not eat your green eggs and ham. I do not like you. Sam, I am. Okay, so I am thinking of a time. I am still purging just memories, and it's really true that hindsight is 2020. So when D is for Donkey and I were spending time together as friends with benefits, we were seeing other people, but we seemed to really just always gravitate toward each other. It was nice to escape life sometimes and go and hang out at his condo and, kind of pretend like I had no attachment. And that's really when he liked me the most, when it was just me and him going to his condo before he lost it. And then, of course, moved in with me. He liked me a lot more when I was just this free, fun, single woman with no responsibilities and no kids and all that. And of course, it cost me a lot to be able to do that. He wasn't investing in that. But anyway, so I'm spending time with him one day, and we're going to grab a bite to eat or go do something, hang out, shoot pool, who knows what. We get into this conversation, and I don't think I thought about it again until now. But I remember there was this push and pull between us a lot in the beginning of the situationship, before it became a relationshipable situationship. And he asked me a question. He used to ask me different random questions sometimes. And I used to think, oh, okay, well, he's trying to get to know me. But he wasn't. In hindsight, he was what a lot of young girls called shit testing me. But I didn't have the vocabulary for it then. And some of those questions really rubbed me the wrong way. And we used to get into these really heated debates about it. And he would say how it's so sexy when I get so spicy. So, when you're right up and real close up against the wall, you're not seeing the whole mural, So looking back, I'm seeing it all. And I would love to say, actually I wouldn't, but I would say that I would use this going forward, but I don't think there is a going forward for me anymore when it comes to this. But I'll talk about that in another episode. I think I'm done with them. I feel it down to my core that I'm sick of them. So let's get back to the point. So the point is, he was giving me another shit test on this particular day. So he's like, let me ask you a question. And I'm like, okay. We're going to have some great mind-stimulating conversation. So the question was, if I were to lose everything, and this is with the assumption that I guess we're together and we're so in love and we're married, we're super attached. And that was kind of the preface. And he was saying, if I were to lose everything and I'm homeless and I'm living in a box, just a box under the bridge for whatever reasons, I get there, would you stay with me and would you live with me? And my immediate answer was, hell no. Like, why would you even ask me that shit? Like, with every fiber of my being, I am disgusted. And once again, I'm about to just be like, dude, you're just goodbye. Like, you disgust me. And we had a couple of these conversations, and somehow he was always able to turn it around. Looking back, he was always telling me who he was at his core, even though he wasn't showing that yet. So I'm thinking maybe he just really likes to have these debates where he just gets under my skin and he just thinks it's so cute and everything. So we're going back and forth. This reminds me, I'll need to do another Derek Jackson episode because we had the fight of the fight when we had that conversation. So anyway, going back to this one, and I'm going to name this conversation Green Eggs and Ham. That's what I'll do for that. So we're having the green eggs and ham conversation, and he's asking me, like, why wouldn't you? And I'm like, first of all, I have kids and so do you. Like, I am not ever putting my kids under a bridge, like in a box with you. Like, first of all, and neither am I. And why would you even want us or any of us to be in a box under the bridge with you? Why wouldn't you want us to be good while you figure your shit out? So I don't really remember all his responses, but it's like he was trying his best to get me to agree with him somehow, to say that I would be in the lowest of the lowest situation with him, just having faith in him that he would make it back, to the top, which, the top is not even where he is now or where either one of us were, but, make it back to somewhat solid footing. And I just kept arguing the fuck I won't. Like, yuck, hell no. And it was almost like he was passive aggressively trying to call me like a gold digger, and he kept repeating something that I've seen floating around social media a lot over the past decade, that when it comes to men, they're just never loved for who they are. They're only loved for what they can do and what they can provide, and this just goes to prove it. And there was still a part of me that was so male identified. I started to feel a little sorry, like, dang, you are a human being as well, because you're a man and you do deserve, to be loved and supported just like a woman does. And so maybe there's something wrong with me having such a visceral reaction to this. And somehow in the conversation, I started thinking, well, you know what? Maybe I would check on you or something, or, make sure you were good. But, I kept standing my ground that there's no way in hell I would ever let my kids, or me be on the street with him. Like, it's not happening. But I found myself more and more being more sympathetic to that. And I'm like, first of all, you have a whole degree. You have a degree. You're a world touring musician. Like, under what? Like, if you found yourself in a box under a bridge on the street and homeless, that means you messed up. You messed up your life. You messed up my life, my kid's life, your kid's life. And you want somebody to coddle you for that because you fumbled everything that's in front of you, that like all the tools that you have to create a successful life for yourself, your kids, me, my kids. Like, really? So looking back, I'm seeing all the signs and wonders. And trust me, you evil heifers that really hate yourself and try to project it onto me, that would really just try to, that really enjoy listening to my stories because you want to punch down on me because it makes you feel better about yourself. There's nothing that you can say to me that I haven't already said to myself over the course of this and other relationships that were worse. Let me go ahead and put that out there now. Okay. But, for those that come here because you've got similar stories, for those that come to my channel and listen because, hey, this is something that could help you in your journey wherever you're at, or maybe help a little sister, a little cousin, whatever. Thank you. Thanks for being on this journey of self-actualization with me. Thanks for listening to these episodes and these, as I recall different memories and sharing some of your own and your insight and your wisdom. This is cathartic for me. And it's also so empowering to be able to go back and to tell my stories because they're mine to tell. Nobody else's to sell. We have been quiet long enough about all the things that we've endured, all the ways that we have tried to be so loving and kind and gentle and molding and everything else. While, history, even the word history is what? His story. He always gets to tell his story. And we're supposed to just, suffer in silence. And then I can't stand when a female says, just lick your wounds in private. I would never say that out loud. Well, you know what? Me and my vibe tribe, we're saying it out loud. We're being obnoxious about it, about our freedom, about our healing, and about us rubbing these dogs' noses in their own shit. The shit test that they try to give us, like the shit test that he tried to give me. It's past time for that. That's what darling Nikki is all about. Power, freedom, liberation, pleasing ourselves. And putting them in a position where they have to submit to truth, to justice, to power. And you know what? When they deserve it, putting them in a position to cry for us to come back. That's it for this episode.